Did you know the reason we carve up pumpkins and light them up is because of an Irishman who lived long ago that made a deal with the devil himself? This story is about the haunting Irish folklore of Stingy Jack, the man who tricked the devil and ended up wandering the earth for eternity. You see, he is the figure behind the popular and beloved Halloween tradition of the jack-o'-lantern. Welcome to Seriously Spooked, where we visit the mysterious and deadly stories that have captured our imaginations. Be sure to like and subscribe so you'll know when future episodes drop. This legend begins a long time ago in the Irish countryside with a man named Jack. Jack was a blacksmith known far and wide for his cunning ways and taste for drink. That meant he was a drunk. He liked to drink a lot. But Jack was no ordinary man. Some say he had a silver tongue. Others say he was a master manipulator. But one thing is for certain, Jack had a bad reputation that eventually attracted the attention of none other than the devil himself. In modern-day description, Jack wasn't very honest and he was kind of a cheapskate. But let's get back to the legend. One cold October night, as Jack stumbled away from the pub in a drunken stupor, he found himself face to face with the devil. He was told his time was up and that his soul was about to be taken to the fiery depths below. But Jack wasn't ready to go just yet, so in his quick-witted, tricky ways, he made a last request. Just one drink before the end. The devil, intrigued by Jack's confidence, agreed. Jack suggested that they go back to the pub where they would drink and laugh like old friends. When it came time to pay, Jack convinced the devil to turn himself into a silver coin to cover their tab. As soon as the devil transformed him, Jack quickly pocketed the coin. You see, what the devil didn't know was that Jack had a silver cross in his pocket, and the devil now was trapped, making it impossible for him to escape. Jack then struck a deal. He would release the devil, but only if he agreed to spare Jack's soul 10 more years. Reluctantly, the devil agreed and 10 more years went by. As you can imagine, Jack did not change his devious and sketchy ways. It was then time again that the devil returned, and he was ready to collect Jack's soul. This time, Jack accepted his fate, but again he had one last request, just one apple from a nearby tree. The devil, perhaps curious, climbed the tree, and in that moment, Jack carved a cross into the tree bark, trapping him once again. Jack demanded a new deal this time. He wanted the devil to never claim his soul. The devil was furious, but with no choice, he agreed, and Jack went on his way, thinking he'd escaped death. Years later, when Jack finally met his mortal end, he arrived at the gates of heaven. He was quickly and swiftly turned away. His life of deceit and trickery hadn't exactly won him a place among the angels. So with nowhere else to go and feeling completely defeated, Jack descended to hell, hoping the devil would allow him a place to stay. But the devil was still pretty salty over being tricked twice. So he kept his promise, and Jack's soul was not welcomed. With no place to rest, Jack was doomed to wander the earth for all eternity. The devil only gave him a single burning coal to light his way through the darkness. Jack placed that coal inside a hollowed-out turnip, creating a lantern that he carried through the night. And from that night on, he was known as Jack of the Lantern, and eventually Jack-o'-lantern. Now, when Irish immigrants came to America, they brought this legend with them. But here they found pumpkins, much larger, much easier to carve, and the jack-o'-lantern as we know it was born. For generations, millions have carved faces into pumpkins and lit them up on All Hallows' Eve to ward off evil spirits. Okay, so the Irish say it's to ward off evil spirits, to carve pumpkins and set these lanterns in windows and by doorways, in memory of Stingy Jack and to keep him at bay as he wanders the earth. The tale of Stingy Jack is a cautionary one, a reminder of the dangers of deceit and the ultimate price of trickery. We like to leave you with a tip, something to help you stay alive and well. Maybe the takeaway today is to buy your own drink. Don't be so cheap. For bonus points, maybe buy a random stranger a drink, even if so you're not turned away when that time comes. We'll spook you later.